Good morning everyone, I hope you're all safe and well. It's been a little time since you've heard from me, but I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on some of the grants that are available to support small businesses. Just need to make you aware, these grants were obviously launched very recently. The application process opened on Monday and it closes on Friday. So I'm going to go through the detail about the eligibility, the purpose of them, but I need you just really to explain the application process, because you do, if this is something that you want to apply for, then you need to be looking at it really today or tomorrow. So this money, I'm going to refer obviously to Worcestershire funding. So the money is available through Worcestershire Business Central. Money has been given to every LEP, local enterprise partnership, across the country, and they've had a minimum of £250,000. So each LEP is dealing with it in their own way. So Worcestershire giving the money to Worcester Business Central to hand out to the successful applicants. So you need to email Worcester Business Central and tell them that you're interested in the grants. They will then email you some information about the eligibility and about the grant. You then have to click on a button to say that you want to express an interest, which basically emails them back to tell them that you are interested, and then they will email you back with the application form. So if this is something that you want to apply for, please don't leave it till Friday, because you're not going to get that done in time. Okay, so grants are very simple. Grants are very similar, and you're going to have to excuse me because I'm going to have to read from notes, because they are there's quite a lot of detail to them. So the one is called the Small Business Recovery Grant. The other one is called the Visitor Economy Recovery Grant. Both of them are for projects that cost between £1,000 and £3,000, and they will cover 100% of the cost of the project, excluding VAT. Both of them can be used for exactly the same purposes, so they cover the same eligibility. The difference is literally in the criteria. So the Small Business Recovery Grant is for small businesses, and that is sole traders, partnerships and limited companies that are based in Worcestershire. You need to have between 1 and 10 employees and turnover of less than 50 million. The Visitor Economy Grant is slightly different in that you can have 1 to 50 employees. Obviously it includes pubs, hence why they generally have more employees. So the purpose of the grant is to enable you to complete a particular project. So it cannot be used for recurring costs, monthly fees, insurances, staffing costs, office refurbishment. You can't buy furniture and things. Okay, however, what it is designed to be used for, I'm trying to find the right sheet now, are things like professional fees. So it can be used for HR costs, legal costs, IT, quality certifications like the ISO qualifications, design for manufacturer, product development, strategic development, accountant support, setting up management information. So that would be the more technical side of what we do, so cash flow forecasting, management reporting. So if you want to access those services through us, this would be a really good time to look at doing that. And rather than perhaps doing it normally on a monthly basis, we can do it on one-off fee, so you can claim a grant for the cost of that. What else can you use it for? IT costs, so if you need to buy equipment, copywriting, web design, advertising, putting a CRM system in place, cyber security, video content, long list of things. You have to justify how this is going to keep your business going and that staff roles are going to be protected. So the difference with the Visitor Economy one really is that it is designed for people with larger employees, but it is geared towards everybody that's connected really with the tourism industry. So that's taxis, taxi drivers, taxi companies, just say passenger air transport, but I don't think there'll be many of you that have any airlines. Accommodation, food and beverage service, so that's restaurants, pubs, cafes. If you rent or operate, own or lease real estate, renting and leasing of vehicles, sports goods, water transport equipment, travel agencies. If anybody owns a zoo, that's covered. So a real list of of businesses there that can apply for this grant. As I said, the really key thing on this is that it's really, really tight timescales. So if it's something you're interested in, you really, really do need to get that application across imminently. The other grant I want to talk to you about is the Kickstart grant. This is designed to get people aged between 16 and 24 into jobs, and they're people that are at risk of becoming long-term unemployed. So they will be people that are currently receiving universal credit. And the idea is that the government will pay 100% of minimum wage for 25 hours work a week. Now you can employ them for more than 25 hours a week. You just pay the difference. You can pay them, you can obviously employ them and pay them more than minimum wage. Again, you just pay the difference, but the government will pay minimum wage for 25 hours work a week for 6 months. 6-month placement. Obviously, if you can keep them on afterwards, then that would be the ideal situation. The downside of this is that to register directly for the scheme, you need to be looking at taking on 30 of these employees. There aren't many businesses, apart from the really big ones, who are going to be able to look to do that. But you can register again with Worcester Business Central, and I believe that they will have a way of collating the details of all the companies who want to look at taking on somebody, and when they have enough companies that want to take on 30, then that application can go forwards to get it moving. So I think that's everything at the moment. Quite a lot of details to take in. I will include the links to Worcester Business Central in the email that I send across. Obviously, if you have any questions, you want to have a chat to us about those extra services that we can provide to help you get your businesses back up and running again, then please don't hesitate to do so. I hope you all stay safe and well, and I will speak to you all again soon. Take care.